Meanwhile, Joe and Mika Brzezinski Scarborough, who famously warned of the growing threat of Trump's fascism, also had an interesting announcement to make.
Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we?
Because you said he was Hitler.
That's host of The Daily Show and disaffected liberal Jon Stewart slamming Morning Joe, establishment media, and Democrats for their baseless fear-mongering and post-election hypocrisy. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and if there's one thing we can agree with Jon Stewart on, it's the incompetence and double standards of the political hacks in mainstream media, which has been made all the more apparent following Trump's recent win. Here's Jon Stewart trashing them for their half-hearted attempts to backpedal their insane rhetoric.
But Donald Trump is returning to power, and so once again it is time to saddle up la résistance. Because, if you remember, before Trump won the election, Democrats were clear-eyed about the stakes.
It's time that fascism is called fascism, and Americans know exactly what they're voting for.
He is paving the way to become a Vladimir Putin or to become an Adolf Hitler.
He is a threat to democracy.
He is a clear and present danger to our democracy, to our way of life.
The damage may be irreversible, the destruction could be unthinkable, and it would be a betrayal of everything that our framers fought for.
You're not even going to look up? You're not even going to... You know, a little eye contact, a little inflection could drive the danger thing. You give it a little urgency, you know. I feel passionately... we should fight him on the beaches, in the field, God forbid the streets, the asphalt and the sidewalk.
Stewart is correctly pointing out that the behavior and actions of liberals post-election is not matching the hysterical narrative they've been pushing about Trump just days before his win. Which just goes to show you that it was always BS, because with the exception of a few celebrities who recently fled to the UK to likely outrun their association with Diddy or other nefarious types, the vast majority of establishment media puppets are acting like nothing significant happened this election, despite claiming that the fate of the world was at stake.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Republicans are playing chess and the Democrats are in the nurse's office because they glued their balls to their thigh. That is what is happening. The election that we just had was a repudiation of the status quo. An overly regulated system that is no longer responsive or delivering for the needs of the people or their beloved behatted squirrels. Oh, R.I.P. Peanut. Now, I assume now that the Democrats have lost to the greatest threat we've ever faced as a nation, that they will be forthright in acknowledging, one, the Democrats' role in this catastrophic defeat, and two, the bleak hellscape we now face. Or...
we're proud of the fact that we've defeated more House Republican incumbents than they've defeated House Democratic incumbents.
We did flip 3 House seats from Republican to Democrat and gained back almost all of those that we had lost in 2022.
Yeah, almost is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Yeah, we almost gained back all we had lost. Almost is kind of a load-bearing adverb, spin-wise, finding a positive in what is clearly not good news. You can't, parents, good news, we gained back almost all of the children we lost on the field trip.
Now, say what you want about Stewart, but he represents a sizable portion of the left and their growing disillusion with their party and the media in general. I mean, after 10 years of doing everything they can to terrify people about conservatives and Trump, despite having every popular celebrity and entertainer shill for them and every major news network shouting that the world was going to end if things don't go their way, Trump still won a historic victory, and the few people who believe the left's nonsense are finally starting to wake up. But let me know what you think. Will Democrats and the media ever acknowledge that they were wrong about their inflamed rhetoric? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye!